We have just been introduced to the Chainsaw Man Devil. At the end of chapter 111, we get this terrifying panel where Yuko has her head straight up removed from the rest of her body by what appears to be Chainsaw Man. But the crazy part here is that in the previous panel, we see Denji totally passed out with Nayuta and his dogs. So the question is, who the hell is this guy, right? Well, many have been saying that this is not Denji, but in fact, the newly formed Chainsaw Man Devil. And honestly, his arrival should have come at no surprise to anyone, considering how Fujimoto has been building to this moment since the beginning of part 2. It might seem hard to believe, but bear with me until the end of the video and you'll get a good idea of the full picture that Fujimoto has been painting this entire time. And just before we get into all that, if you guys enjoy Chainsaw Man, then you really have no other place you have to be, honestly, because I post Chainsaw Man content each and every week, from theory videos to general discussions to chapter reviews. So you definitely want to be subscribed with notifications so you can get a steady dose of Chainsaw Man content each and every week. So I think at this point we can all agree that Yuko's attacker in this scene is more than likely not Denji. So the running theory here is that this is the Chainsaw Man Devil, but by no means is this a concrete thing. We don't know exactly who it is, and really any theory could be the right one at this point. But the one that I am currently subscribed to, and I think the one that has the most evidence backing it, is the idea that this is actually the Chainsaw Man Devil. Well, to get a good idea of how this new devil came to be, we have to take a look at the world Fujimoto has been painting for all of part 2. This new arc of the story shows a world where Chainsaw Man is this larger than life hero who's gathered a cult following from the masses. I mean, he has action figures, branded food, a ton of merch that we've seen sprinkled throughout the series so far. However, along with all the love and admiration, we also see those who see Chainsaw Man as this bloodthirsty devil that apparently eats cats and even other humans. We see in multiple instances sprinkled throughout this arc when people are shown to straight up hate and even fear Chainsaw Man. Like when that news reporter is questioning bystanders about Chainsaw Man, or when this girl, who low-key might be the vessel of the Famine Devil, begs Denji not to eat her. This is a clear indication that Chainsaw Man has also built some sort of boogeyman reputation amongst many people. Well, in a world where monsters literally manifest from the fears of humans, it only makes sense that a Chainsaw Man Devil would spring up eventually. I mean, one of the first things we found out about our current main character, Asa, is that she hates Chainsaw Man with a burning passion and wants to see him die. In hindsight, having part 2 of the story told through the eyes of Asa was a genius way for Fujimoto to really hammer home the polarizing figure that is Chainsaw Man in the current world. Sure, it's easy to love Chainsaw Man. I mean, us as readers came to love Chainsaw Man and Denji based on his experiences and the life that he has lived and the things that he has been through. But for those that aren't familiar with that side of Denji, that are just familiar with the side of him being this vigilante devil hero that goes around doing what he wants, killing what he wants, and really has no one to stop him, it would make sense that seeing from the perspective of Asa, someone that doesn't know all of these things about Denji, we'd come away with a little bit better understanding of why it is that people would be afraid of him or why they would want to see him die. So we can assume that this Chainsaw Man Devil might be relatively weak compared to the stronger devils or even Denji himself, seeing as how the majority of people love Chainsaw Man and don't really fear him. I mean, we have to remember, the more the fear builds of a certain entity, the stronger that it becomes. Well, the real issue here, and what makes this such a terrifying idea, is that the more and more this new Chainsaw Man Devil wreaks havoc, the stronger he'll become from the growing fear of him. But on top of that, Chainsaw Man's massive popularity means the fear of his can spread through the masses like wildfire. We all know that news channels and broadcasters tend to really push the things that catch the most eyeballs, that get the highest ratings. Well, right now, with Chainsaw Man being like one of the most popular figures in the entire world, all it takes is one incident where a large group of people witness the Chainsaw Man Devil killing or even eating a human, and the massive attention his name brings will have this incident plastered all over the news and make Denji the most feared devil on the planet overnight. I mean, it can really happen that quickly, and it's classic Fujimoto to create this atmosphere where we feel like things can go from 0 to 100 at any given moment. And along with the potential powerhouse that this Chainsaw Devil may be, we also got to consider the inevitable face-to-face meeting that it has with Denji. It's going to be an extremely satisfying interaction because Denji is literally going to be confronted with the embodiment of everything that is negative about him, or the fear of him, or what people perceive to be the worst aspects of him. And who knows how much of his actual personality this Chainsaw Man Devil has taken from him. Maybe this Chainsaw Man Devil is some sort of like super perverted and violent devil that kind of shows Denji the extreme version of the bad sides to him, and might give him a moment of reflection here to kind of take a look in the mirror, quite literally, and further progress him as a character, have him feel more complex emotions, because we've seen that he's slowly been building up these complex emotions throughout the series and really having some introspective thinking about his life and what he wants. So along with the amazing action, we're also in for some incredible story building, potentially with this new Chainsaw Man Devil, if that is what in fact it is. As this tension continues to build up, all we can do as readers is wait anxiously for the moment that the house of cards Fujimoto has built comes crashing down, and honestly, I cannot wait to witness the insanity that comes along with it.